Hello, hello, hello. My name is Cara. Welcome to my channel, Cara Universe. This is tarot for transformation. And so that may be a little bit different than a lot of the tarot that I see out there. It tends to be very horoscope driven. But this is more about self-focused, what we can do within ourselves. The tarot represents a journey. When we look at the major arcana, it starts at the Fool, it ends with the World, and it is literally the process that we go through, as well as each of the different suits. As you travel through the wands, as you travel through the cups, it speaks about the awakening that we have, the process that we go through. So we're going to start off pulling some runes. I know you guys are used to me having everything pulled, but this is kind of like something where the universe is speaking through me as we pull it. So we're going to start off with my runes. And this is for all my peeps out there who feel stuck. If you are sitting in your life and not sure what to do and not sure what direction to go, this is for you. If you feel a little bit overwhelmed, if you feel a little bit stuck, this is for you. Now, this rune is Laguz. Laguz is the rune of flow. It is the rune of allowing. And I always like to read it directly from the little book thing, because I find that there is information in it that is necessary sometimes. So this rune speaks about flow, water, things being conducive. It's talking about the ebb and flow of your emotions, the ebb and flow of your career, your relationships. And it speaks about literally allowing things to just be without having to explain them or understand them. It's all about, like, I hate to use the word surrender, because people always tend to make that be like, surrender is like a bad thing because you're giving up control. But truly, the control that you're giving up is control to the universe. It's allowing the universe to do in your life without you creating resistance, without us creating resistance. So we're doing a reading about being stuck, and the rune that pops out here is the rune of flow, of allowing. So I did a little pre-shuffle. On the deck, we have death at the bottom of the deck as the overall energy right here. Now, death is not a bad card. For those of you who tend to jump right to that, I find death to be an amazing card, because it's really about transformation. It's about new beginnings. It's about one thing ending and a new thing beginning. And we have my kitty cat tarot over here on the other side, which I also did a little overall reading. Movement, the Chariot. So getting in with that flow when you feel stuck, literally moving, making a choice, doing something rather than doing nothing. Often when we sit in the energy of that, that space, when we sit in the energy of, feeling like I'm stuck, when you say you're stuck over and over again, you actually start to become more stuck. You actually start to become more stuck. Look, we cut the deck, we got the Fool and the Nine of Cups. So we'll just give it another little shuffle here. I'm not great at shuffling. I have a little bit of a neurological thing. That's why I usually do it off camera. But we're all friends here, right? We're all friends here. I know it's been a minute since I've been here. All right. We got Tower reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, Ace of Swords. All right. What do my peeps need to know about that Tower? Notice that the Tower is reversed, and we're talking about being stuck, right? Often, the reason that we're stuck is because we deny the Tower moment. We don't allow the universe to flow, because Tower moments are all about creating that death. Tower moments are all about creating the next thing that's coming. And I've said it many, many times here on the channel. Eight of Pentacles. I've said it many times here on the channel, if you've watched me before, in the High Priestess, that when we want things to change, when we want something different in our life, where we are now has to change. And many of us are so attached to the way that things are, and change is so incredibly scary that we just don't push forward. We don't move forward. We don't allow things to change. We don't allow things to fall apart, which the Tower is often about things falling apart. But we will hold on so tightly to the status quo, to the way things are. We will literally stay in a bad relationship, stay in a bad job, stay in a horrible place, continue to sit and do nothing when we're complaining about not being able to do anything. We will literally stay in that space because change is hard. Change can be terrifying. And for some people, it's literally like the end. It literally feels like dying, like death, like they can't even imagine life in any other way, and yet they long for it to be different. So with this Tower reversed, it's really talking about us being the thing that stops that progress, right? And we clarified that with my kitty cat deck. We have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles talks about learning, growing, becoming a master, paying attention to the details of things as you move forward. It really talks about that skill. And it is a skill to allow change. It is a skill to allow flow. It really is a skill to do that. Just like the skill that this kitty is looking at all these little fishies and not eating any of them yet, because they're still building, they're still learning, they're still growing, right? And we clarify this with the High Priestess reversed. The High Priestess is about things that are hidden, about the spiritual knowledge. And in the reverse, for me, it's kind of about your flow being blocked. It's kind of about not allowing the universe into your life, not allowing the hand of the universe to make that change, right? So let's step into the next card, which is the Knight of Swords. So tell us why the Knight of Swords is right here in our space for being stuck, for feeling like we are stuck. How can my peeps overcome that? So the Knight of Swords is about a message coming through with truth, right? I tend to think of it, because my tarot is very self-focused, I tend to think of it as not speaking your truth, about denying what is happening. Look at this. The Hierophant, also in the reverse. Denying our own truth, denying what we know we should do, right? The Knight of Swords upright, if that's a message with truth, then when it's reversed, that would be a denial of truth. And because this is self-focused tarot, it would definitely be a denial of that truth within itself. And that supports what we're talking about here. You know, this Hierophant reversed. Ooh, I'm flipping things. Here we go. So the Knight of Swords in the reverse, denying what is coming from your soul, denying what comes from the universe, denying the truth that is coming through. And the Hierophant, look, we got the Hierophant and the High Priestess card. They're kind of like counterparts. And the High Priestess keeps the secrets of the Hierophant. So the Hierophant reversed is also talking about ignoring that which you know to be true, ignoring that connection with the universe, ignoring what the universe is doing for you. And we have the Four of Cups, which is all about not recognizing what you have and rejecting the hand of divine. On many of the cards that have regular people on them, not kitty cats, you can see this hand right here. This hand holds a cup with three other cups that the person has already rejected. And now divine is saying, you really need to take a second look at this cup, because this is, don't say no yet. So it's really, to me, in this card, in this reading about being stuck, it's really speaking about rejecting the change, rejecting the tower moment, rejecting the flow, rejecting the death, the transformation. And so this other card here, we have Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords, of course, is about creating truth. It's about cutting out the bullshit. It's about really allowing the manifestation of your own truth. So let's clarify that. Ace of Swords with a few little kitty cats. All right. So we clarify that Ace of Swords with the Devil, which I just love that it's a puppy dog in this kitty cat deck, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so what this is saying to me, the Devil often speaks about those things that we know are bad for us, whether it is an addiction of some sort, whether it is a relationship where we know that we're in the wrong space, but we just don't leave. It's about the things in our life that we know are bad for us, but that we still keep going back to. And again, this is all about not allowing the flow of the universe. But this Queen of Swords, now this Queen of Swords, I believe is saying, you're in control. You are the one who is in control. You are the one who is able to slice away the extra, to change what needs to be changed, to allow things to shift, to flow, if you will. The Queen of Swords will cut out our own denial. They will cut out our denial of the universe and allow things to start to move again and allow things to move forward. She does not look the slightest bit stressed. She does not look the slightest bit put out, right? Because she knows that everything that happens is happening for us, not to us. It's happening for us, not to us. So let's get a little bit of advice for you guys. How can we overcome the obstacles? How can we overcome feeling stuck, this emotion of feeling stuck in our lives? Let's tell my peeps a little bit of advice. You hear them, they're outside blowing on my sidewalk. I literally have no grass and nothing to mow in front of my house. And they will walk back and forth outside of my window with their little mower thing and their blower things. All right, so I move easily and confidently through the changes in my life. And this literally speaks to the Chariot, right? It speaks to going with the flow of the changes in our life, right? It allows us to step into the energy of the Death card for a new beginning. It's literally about taking the step, knowing that you are protected, knowing that all is well in the world. So I hope that this helped you if you are feeling stuck. If you are feeling stuck, I have videos on this. My name is Cara again, and I have been doing live shows on Facebook, which I've posted here on YouTube for probably close to 4 or 5 years. And they're all about how we can connect with divine within us, how we can use this for our own transformation. I also have a website called unleashyourlight.org, and on that I have a new book series that I just started writing, channeled from the universe, just like this, about the journey of the tarot for transformation. The first part is out. It is all about the Fool. I examine the imagery of the Fool, the tradition of the Fool. I speak about the channeled messages. I pull a reading on it, and I'm not really an artist, but I am an artist. So I also drew my version of the Fool card based on what I was learning in stages. And we're going to go through the entire set of the tarot from the Fool all the way to the World. Maybe we'll work our way through all of the different suits as well. For those of you who have stuck around this long, thank you so much for being here for me. I know that I stepped out and the universe said to me, do it. Step away, don't do anything. So I've made maybe 2 videos and none of them tarot reading, but it was really important for my own journey, and it was incredibly important for my understanding of our role in this awakening. So I'm so grateful to have you back. Please share, like, subscribe if this has popped across your screen, and I will see you in the next video. You are beloved. You matter. You are so very loved.